front row, I don't care who I see. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was piss poor, now I'm writing this.
What is
McLovin, we are back for the college football recap of the week. We thought it was going to be yesterday. We thought it was going to be earlier today. McLovin got strained at work, but it's okay because better late than never. And, college football did not let down one bit this week. McLovin stays on the winning streak with his Tigers back there, his Bayou Bengals. Not that it was a tall task for the Tigers to, overcome the Gators, but a task they overcame. So kudos to them Tigers. As for my Longhorns, it seems to be, a head scratcher yet once more. So Sam Houston State Bearcats. And by the way, what is a Bearcat, McLovin? Do you know what a Bearcat is?
Is it a bear? Is it a cat? Who knows?
Is it a bear? Is it a cat? Who knows? Who knows? But I tell you what I do know, now that I got my good buddy McLovin and he's back from work and he's relaxed. He's taking a shower. I'm sure he hasn't checked the scoreboard for the Astros and the Texas Rangers, but that score is 6-1 right now. That score is 6-1 right now. I didn't even know it was I'll put it to you this way, McLovin. I didn't even know it was a rivalry, to be honest with you, until you told me. All right, McLovin. We're gonna get you your game. Big games all over. Vandy takes down South Carolina. A&M, nobody wants to actually admit they're good, not even me. If they are good, still maybe not. But yeah, they have potential. They have potential. Another one, Georgia.
They clutched it up. They put faith in that quarterback.
They did, dude. I was.
They let him.
I was very impressed.
I was too with that sideline catch for a touchdown. Wow.
Well, I'm gonna tell you whatchamacallit. I'm trying to look at this real quick. I doubted Gunnar Stockton, and
me too. But he definitely shut me up after that game. I watched that game really, really well, and he looked good. He really did.
Well, I mean, look, this is when it seems like we're diving in first. Tennessee ships Nico Imalinava off to UCLA, and in return they get is it Joey Aguilar? I'm not too savvy with. They start off playing solid. Look, I truly believe with any SEC defense this year, you pretty much should know it. Everybody in the SEC defensively has looked physical.
Yeah. Definitely.
Vanderbilt looked physical. Every SEC team has looked the same. I mean, even Florida and all their woes, which we're gonna get that to. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Right.
LSU only put up 20 on Florida.
We're going to talk
about that in a second.
Okay.
So whoever in the process of putting a smidge of doubt in Gunnar Stockton, I think that kid is.
He showed so much potential for.
He's a ball player. He's a ball.
He's
player.
only a sophomore too, so he looked good.
He seems to me like one of those kids that were always meant to go to Georgia. Like just a gritty player.
Yeah.
He's not. Do I think this translates to the next level? I'd be shocked.
Even in the SEC championship game last year, he looked gritty. Like when he needed to run for a first down, he did.
He's a run first. To be fair, he's a run first.
Definitely, but they're letting him get the wheels underneath him, and he's throwing a lot more. He looked really good in that game.
I agree. And out wide, man. See, I don't want to start on Texas yet. I do not want to start on Texas yet. Out wide, they have a wide receiver, Branch. I don't know if you paid attention to him. He's going to change games this year for Georgia. That dude is like a Debo, a Debo
He,
Samuel.
he's
Very.
from. He was at USC and now he's at Georgia, and I agree. He is incredible.
I'm very impressed with Branch. I think Branch is going to. Georgia looks good. Tennessee, here's what I'll say about Tennessee. And I know I got family up in Tennessee, so I try to walk on eggshells because they know who the real UT is, and we do too. As long as we've got that point straight. But I always try to be easy on them, okay? I'm positive on Tennessee. I don't know because Tennessee's played well.
Their offense looked incredible. Their defense definitely needs
some of those throws. I'm not sure. Let me see. Some of those throws that Aguilar was making to. I'm pulling this game up. Just give me 5 seconds. Oh, excuse me. Gamecast box scores highlights. Some of those throws that he was making to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it just looked like big time play. It looked like big time catches in a game, but I'm not sold on that because those were 50-50 balls. And then I believe he had like 4 of them.
Yeah, I agree.
If not 2 of them, like it looked like it landed in his arms. It did. I mean, hey.
If anything, it shows the skill level of the wide receivers at Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, but what I'm saying is, look. Tennessee's defense is very good, and I don't think there's a way you can score 41 on Georgia without being good. I'm just saying some of those plays, those down the field 50-50 balls, he caught like 4 or 5 of them, which is crazy. 2 of those balls, I was like, bro, that just kind of. You remember when Auburn, the year that it was like they were destined to go to the national championship. It was I can't even remember. The quarterback was like number 14. It was like in 2014. Yeah, they were just destined to go. And it was that play where the guy tips it and then it just like comes over his shoulder and lands like right in his thing, and then Auburn scores and wins the game. It's just those plays. So, are they fluke plays? No, they're very athletic plays. But I'm like, man, it wasn't real 50-50 ball, go up and get it and high point it. But, hey, kudos to them. I think Tennessee is going to be fine this year. Any doubt that anybody had in Tennessee? I don't know. Like I said, I believe in Georgia. I don't know if Tennessee is a good game to gauge Georgia and how good Georgia is.
Right.
Because we still don't know what Tennessee – like I said, I think they're a good team. Do I think they're competing for a playoff spot?
Do y'all play Tennessee?
No, we don't. And I'm going to be – look, I know everybody's like, well, why would you be so critical on Tennessee and not your own team? I'm getting in my own team, buddy. You just wait because I've got plenty to spill on my own team. Anyways, Georgia's going to be fine. Gunnar Stockton is literally a bulldog, and he's a thrower, man. He's not really a passer. He's a thrower. Like he just makes the throws. He's got an arm on him too, man. But hey, Kirby, he looks like a cut from Kirby Smart's fabric kind of guy, and I think they'll be fine this year. We'll see. I think I know they got a matchup before eventually Texas goes up there, but be looking forward to it. Georgia, good team. Tennessee, not a bad team. We'll see. I'll have to believe on them in a couple more games. Anyways, McLovin, we're going to start off with – I'm not going to talk – I don't really like to give Texas A&M much light on this channel. Neither do you. No. And so we're not going to waste our time with this. A&M had they had a potentially good game.
Lucky.
They had a potentially good game. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I watched it from A to B.
I watched the fourth quarter, the last 15, 20 minutes because it was right after the LSU game. Yeah. And I mean, they got bailed out twice. The last two last two plays, honestly. There was a very bad hold on the touchdown
I heard
throw
that.
to
I
that
heard that.
tight end.
Again,
Very bad
remind you, I'm
hold.
not
That was
watching
not
A&M
called.
games. Yeah.
They're very lucky. The extra point was missed. That killed Notre Dame. And then on one of the pass attempts, there was a PI that wasn't called. The guy pushed the receiver down, and he was triple covered. There was no reason to push him down, but
They
that's
were in
SEC
Notre
refs
Dame.
for you.
They were in Notre Dame. Yeah, my dad, my dad, he watches games and he kind of informed me. He was, they got away with a couple of them, but
Yeah, they
it's
did.
A&M.
But it
A&M.
sucks. It's at the end of the game with the potential to do something.
Yeah, I mean, here it's just typical. A&M needs something for them to feel good, and this is a good
Right.
win for them to get gassed up, and hopefully down the road. Do y'all play A&M? Y'all play
Yeah,
A&M this
at
year?
home,
Oh
and
my gosh, rip them a new one. Rip them a new one. I give
they're
you
not
permission.
they're not winning in Tiger Stadium. I'm sorry, not with our
Well,
defense.
so with A&M, I think they have offensive players. I give them credit where credit's due. They have offensive players. I did think it was funny how Marcus Freeman comes out the gate and literally what was Holly Rowe or somebody, the reporters up there, and like, hey, what are you thinking? It was like, we've got a lot better in the off week, and we've really took the dynamic to do the small things right. And then it was like second play out the gate. They're sitting there throwing it to was it Young? No, who's the guy that went on the God, it's not Young. It's not Young. I'm trying to think of his name though. Anyways, they throw a little wheel route to the guy. Took a horrible, absolutely horrific angle coming down. Linebacker did, and
Yeah.
what do you know? That sucker. Not only it wasn't even a clear cut to the house, which was extremely sad. Is there was a potential to tackle the guy like at the 50, and then it was just poor tackling, and then the dude is, he's off to the races for whatever it was. It was like a set, literally, it was Craver. It was a 5-yard touchdown. Anyways, poor angles. Yeah, so I did, take Marcus Freeman's word on it. First play out the gate, horrible angle, horrible tackling, and then you kind of set the tone for a game. And was it a good game? I mean, anytime you get a 41-40 game, that's what you want. But Notre Dame, 0-2.
Notre Dame's defense does not look good this year. I thought they were going to be way better.
Well, and I mean, can you really say? I don't know, man. I don't. LSU's defense right now has made me like they're a defense.
They're peak.
They're peak. Who do you see LSU giving 40 to this season? Up 40.
Nobody. There's not one team that's going to put 40 on us.
And that's my thing, though. Is that's with Texas as horrific as Arch Manning is right now. We have a defense that probably ain't gonna let it get too far outside of 14 or 21.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's the ceiling, then that defense is gonna keep you. Now, can you score over 21? That's the question, especially with these explosive defenses. And like I said, you see players like Branch. It's like, man, just give me a wide receiver screen and I'm taking that to the house. That's what I want to see. Yeah. Anyways, A&M, I guess this is a win for you. If that's what you hang your hat on this season, is it win at Notre Dame? Kudos to you.
By the way, Notre Dame is the first team since like 1970 something, I think. It's been a long time since a team's been 0-2 and been in the AP top 25.
Yeah. Well, I don't see the bad thing with Notre Dame is I don't see a path to the playoffs at this moment. Like it would have to be a win out.
They have to go undefeated now. They have to win out.
Well, I know they have they go back and play that tush push game against USC this year, I believe. So that's I mean I'm not saying that's a USC is to be reckoned with, but it's it's still a game on the schedule. So like I said, Notre Dame. Let me see. Let me look it up just because 0-2 to start the season is pretty scary. So Notre Dame has Arkansas, which hasn't played bad football. Do we know what they are yet? 100% no. USC and literally that's 10-18. And I mean, really, that's it, dude. I mean, there's
They have to win those 2 games if they want the potential.
It's still there. It's still there for Notre Dame and Shane Gillis and all those people.
So
who
those are
love that
2
college.
ranked teams that if they beat, it shows the committee that they have potential to get up there.
I don't know. 0-2. That's a big uphill.
That's hard.
That's a big uphill climb. They bit the chunk off of taking the early the preseason hard schedule, which I don't really know what's preseason for them because they're pretty much independent and they play who they want to anyway. So, hey, tough one to lose. All right, McLovin, let's get to because I'm gonna give you the last bit of the show because that was primetime game. But let's just get into the Texas Longhorns real quick. Who do they play? Doesn't matter. Nobody interesting. Nobody. We shouldn't even be talking about them this week. It should be a real fast, easy segment of how I'm like, man, we did what we're supposed to do and absolutely steamrolled them.
Right.
It was not.
It was
not. It was ugly, McLovin. Arch Manning, I don't know. Okay, first of all, let me take this back. So Preston Jennings, a man of the show, whenever his internet works, God bless him. I remember last year I saw him dishing out this comment on Quinn, what he referred to as sewers. And he was one of the people that were like, oh, well, we got Arch for a reason. Put this man in the game because Arch is it. He's what we all been waiting on.
There was a reason why Arch was Quinn Ewers' backup.
Well, Quinn Ewers, dude, what you're seeing this year was underappreciating the fact that he covered a lot of that stuff up. Like, he can make the reads at the line. Like, Sarkisian's offense is a lot of and I know offense is a lot of that anyways, but anticipation and like it's like it's basically the RPO. Like if this guy pulls here, then this should be open, and if that guy pulls there, then that should be open. And what I think Arch needs to do, when he came into the game last year, I think they just need to give Arch the leeway and say, brother, just go play backyard football. Go play backyard football. They haven't. He's there. You could tell that they're trying to put him behind the line and say, stay in this pocket and be a pocket general. Well, the problem is the reason why people wanted Arch over Quinn was because Quinn or Arch could run. And now, for some reason, he gets to be the first year starting quarterback at Texas, and then we literally see them try to not make him run. He's a runner, dude. Let him play backyard football. Let him do what he does. It just looks like
he's so uncomfortable.
This is the problem is when you say quarterbacks are rhythm. So it's like, all right, this play. Okay, Hut, 1-2 drop, and then this throw should be open. And if I don't have that, then it's a check down. Problem with Arch is everything's a check down. Literally everything's a check down. You can't even say, oh, well, that was a good pass because it's like still a 4-yard throw, which is still a check down. You're not – I think we had one pass, literally one pass in the second half over 10 yards. One pass over 10 yards. Put me in burnt orange and white and give me the thing and tell me I can't make that 20 yards. I mean, he's got the – look, what they refer to as the yips is that's what I've been heard. He's got the yips. And I guess if anybody could do it, it's Arch Manning to pull out of it just because of the resources. And, he's got people around him. I don't understand. It's a mental thing. I don't think anybody in this world questions with Arch that it's a physical thing. All the stuff about he's got something in his shoulder. He keeps doing this before plays. That's garbage. That's garbage. It's 100% mental. When you can throw the ball and hit a guy 35 yards down the field, 40 right. yards down the field, but then can't even make read an art. Well, for one, it's reading the RPO, but then two, it's getting it out to that out route that's maybe 5 yards. I'm talking about balls that are either sailing over. There's like no consistency and accuracy. None.
Right.
None. And we're going to talk at the end of the show. Because there's a bunch of there's a bunch of would you have thought at the beginning of this season we would have been talking an Arch Manning in this light.
No, I wouldn't.
Would you have thought that?
I wouldn't have guessed that for sure.
Now, shame on us. Shame on us. It makes me think in this beautiful Texas Longhorn field game room, I'm looking to make sure that there ain't somebody didn't slip a cowboy sticker in here anywhere because I'm like, did we just gas up our team? Because what we heard was, Arch's side, he's a very good player, good athlete. And look, his stature is Trevor Lawrence 2.0. That's right. How he's built. That's how his the athleticism's there. It's a total mental thing. You literally have a defense. And the sad thing is, Sark, here's what I heard. I'll give you a hot take. So this is what's sad about Texas. Last year, Texas had a defense to go win the national championship. This year, Texas has a defense to go compete for a national championship. Quinn Ewers, 5-star, one of the top-rated quarterbacks coming out of college, goes to commit to Ohio State, then wants to come home because he knew he wanted Texas more than Ohio State because Texas is better than Ohio State, even though they'll never admit it. But they know. So Quinn comes here and literally in his quarterback development, what we saw was we're like, why is Quinn not getting better? Why is he not getting better? He never did. Like, he did, but it was just like, I mean, bro, you want to let him fly, man. Push it. Like, it always just felt like there was something tied back home that just kept us, like, stomping ourselves in the foot. That's what happened. Arch Manning, number one quarterback coming out of high school, same as Quinn. Gets to Texas. Oh, he's fine. He's had 3 years, had a redshirt year and this and that. He's fine. Gets back to Texas, what happens? It doesn't even look like he got developed. So right. Sark is the quarterback whisperer. It's probably, not probably, but this is probably his biggest job today. I'm not hitting the panic button, McLovin, but I'm letting you know, Houston, there is a problem at the moment. Totally fixable, but Arch Manning's got the yips.
Definitely.
And Steve Sarkisian, a.k.a. some people call him the quarterback whisperer, has now got a task on his hand. Not anybody. We're talking about Arch Manning. That's what he has to do. I'm sorry, dude. You wanted my rant. Dude. I told you I was going to go on one. I'm just not happy. I'm not happy. Speaking of, shout out to Povio or whatever. What's his name? I always call him. I always say it Pavio. I say it different every time, dude. A heck of a player. That's how they need to let Arch play. Because you know what Pavio does out there? That dude is a backyard football player.
He really is.
He just goes out there and I mean he may go he may option behind his back.
He told Theo Vaughn. He told Theo Vaughn if they beat South Carolina, he'd set him up with his own mom.
Oh, wow.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, kudos to him. I guess Theo's going on a date.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they steamrolled South Carolina. South Carolina, they're in bad shape. Lenore's Sellers got hurt.
Concussion.
Yeah, I think South Carolina is –
South Carolina is nothing.
Yeah, no, they're South Carolina was extremely bad, extremely bad.
Let's talk about another one. Clemson
Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Georgia Tech beat Clemson at home.
Look, we're going to circle back to these questions because that's another one that gets me.
Does that make
Clemson.
LSU's win over Clemson less?
It dilutes it a little bit.
It definitely does.
It dilutes it a little bit. I'm not saying because look, college football atmospheres are. It's not like NFL. It's not. There's kids rowdy and ready to see you lose for real
Right.
and troll you while you're doing that.
Mhm.
I'm sitting there thinking of that guy that they trolled when Texas played Georgia, and that dude's hair was like literally his hair was just like looked like it was in a perm, but it was like literally 10 inches off his head.
Right.
But anyways, dude, yeah, no, I think it dilutes the win, but
it still was a Clemson home game.
I'm not gonna say it just yet, but does Dabo? Are we starting to talk in Dabo in a different light at Clemson?
Might be. I mean, they thought that team should have been a lot more than it is now. Honestly,
Klubnik's and Klubnik has been extremely underwhelming. But
it looks like their offensive line just can't block for Klubnik. Klubnik doesn't have any time.
But that's what I'm saying. There's I'm not gonna say it's the yips as in Arch Manning's case, but there are a lot of quarterbacks that you're like, bruh.
What is happening? You know,
Lenora Sellers
good.
and I don't think it's a Lenora Sellers problem. I don't think he's playing as well as he can, but I think he just doesn't have a team or
also
much less a
the start
line.
of the season, and they still have time to grow throughout the season.
Well, yeah, but you can't sit like for Notre Dame's case, you can't sit there and be like, "Well, yeah, we got time to grow." No, you got 0-2, you got 2 L's on you.
Yeah, you better
if you have anything, you need to steamroll everybody.
Right.
And that game against USC, which is ranked number 25 right now, do what you can, make it look good, like it was back in the BCS days, and you're trying to get a bowl push. You know. Who knows? Well, look, McLovin, let me just start you off. I want to start you off with this clip and just see how you react to it right here. So let's just get this. Let's get this started.
I know you love these immediate post-game sessions, but what are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it.
Brian in the back. I know you
Yeah. McLovin, I always like a good coach teeing off after the game. What did you think about that? I mean, first of all, I want you to speak to the point. Was the reporter asking the question relevant in his question that he asked?
You know, it's very relevant because the offense hasn't done anything. They haven't gotten a flow. They haven't ran the ball. When you run the ball straight up the middle every time, they're going to know what you're going to do. Hey, it's first down. We're running it up the middle. You know what I mean? With one of the best defensive tackles in football on Florida, on the D-line, you can't do that. The one play where they ran it on the side, he got a 50-yard rush. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying. So, look, do you think that LSU has a problem on third down?
Not necessarily. That game, yes, they couldn't get a third down to save their life. I mean, we drove down the field and scored one time, as a touchdown. The other touchdown in the game was a pick six.
Let me highlight this. Is so my only concern is I think LSU's defense is extremely talented.
They have the best
Extremely
defense in the
talented.
country.
Fight on, Mr. Morris. Fight on. Blessed Tuesday, yes, sir. Blessings to you too. Thank you for joining in on this fine Tuesday late night reaction of college football. We'll be back on hopefully if my daughter's soccer game is at appropriate time and not at the crack of dawn. We'll be back Saturday morning, if not Friday night. But anyways, McLovin, 5 interceptions.
DVD, baby.
I don't
DVU.
know. I think Colin Kaepernick maybe threw 5 one time in the league.
Yeah.
I think he may have had a bad half where he threw 4. I don't know if he threw 5. 5 is an extremely high number. But 5 interceptions. And that converts to 20 points.
Man, what can I say?
That's the question mark I have. I believe in LSU.
DVU.
No, I mean,
Look,
I believe in LSU.
we went in there, got a lot of guys in the transfer portal. Delane has been outstanding for us. I think he's the number 1 corner this year, like complete. Like he just locked down. I could compare him to like a Derek Stingley Jr. type. Just
Don't get me
real
started
raw,
on Derek Stingley Jr. Quick pause. Quick pause. Last night the Texans. Wow.
I watched it.
Pass rush. You have one job with a pass rush. You have 2 crucial moments in the game. Literally, for one, let's just not even talk about they left 14 points on the field. See, they literally go down to the goal line and can't convert. And then they literally get the ball off a block punt and can't convert. And then they literally get Baker to a 4th and 10, send the house, and 39 Toto. I like Toto, but I wish I could have seen him more of in like a contained position on that play. But you get him down to the ground, brother. It's game. That's it. We're kneeing it out and talking about how look, Texans are going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah,
but it's just
they're going to win the division. The Colts are not winning that division.
They leave so much meat on the bones. And last night, I wasn't impressed with the line. Texans line.
Whenever they zero blitz, you got to, and they've zero blitzed every single time on 3rd down.
No, to be fair, they did. They beat the piss out of Baker Mayfield. I will give them that.
You ain't wrong. That defense is just so fast that sometimes they're too fast. You know what I mean?
He's getting a massage for sure. He's getting some type of massage or
hopefully not Deshaun Watson massage.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson. That's bad stuff. But anyways, back to LSU. You said Stingley, and I just had to get that out because I literally had a Venmo. I had a Venmo Jason Hayslip $10 and buy him his energy drink this morning for Baker Mayfield beating the Texans. So had a comment. LSU, like I said, 5 points off of 20 points off of 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
DJ Lagway, Arch Manning is a story.
But
I think DJ Lagway
at the same time, the coaching. I don't think he believes in the coaching.
I think he's hurt. I think people want to say Arch is hurt. I think DJ Lagway's hurt because that dude, his trajectory was so much higher, and not saying he can't bounce back. It's just like it's a lot of quarterbacks going through that this year. It's like, and I can't speak to Nuss because I haven't seen enough, but it's just like there's moments, but there's not rhythm. Does that make sense? There's moments you're like, oh, that was a good catch. Now that looked explosive, and then the next play you can't convert the next 3-4 downs.
Right.
And you're like, dang, like why do we keep hitting these lulls? And I don't know. I can't speak.
Incredible though. At the same time, they were getting to him, pressuring him to make bad throws.
Well, I can tell you, if you made any guy throw 5 picks, and what was it? I think Jackson Dart. You remember last year he threw like
They're like
I think
4
it was
bigs.
against Georgia. It was like 4. Yeah, he had like a meltdown in the second half. Like he was like literally crying in the second half because he threw like 4 back-to-back picks just trying to make a play, and it was just DJ Lagway, stay away from Tiger Stadium. Stay away.
For sure.
Hopefully you don't have to see that
You
again
seen
for the rest of.
all the grilled gator?
Yeah. Well, I can
I
tell
told you
you
they were.
Who was y'all's? Was Game Day there or no?
No, it was SEC.
Oh, okay. So y'all had Tim Tebow out there and
Yeah,
stuff
Tim
like
Tebow
that.
and everybody out there. He went with his Florida Gators, but we grilled him up. Fun fact. My brother killed a gator on Saturday.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Tagged.
Tagged.
Responsible. Okay, if you're out there killing gators, make sure it's responsible and it's tagged and it's
responsible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right, McLovin, we're gonna wrap it up, but I'm gonna ask you some things that really just have me stumped. Okay. Before this season, if I were to ask, or if I were to tell you, just so you know, DJ Lagway is gonna suck. You wouldn't have probably bought that. I don't think you would have.
I wouldn't have bought that, but coming into Tiger Stadium, I would have told you he sucked.
If I told you before this season, Arch Manning's going to be non-existent.
I would never believe that.
Literally, he's not going to have a resume.
I thought he was going to have some growing pains, but not like this. You know what I mean? Like first game jitters, then the second game, these cupcake games.
Agreed.
You got to be better. You gotta lock in. You gotta.
What if I told you before the season Notre Dame was going to be 0-2 to start the season? Would you have taken that?
I would have never guessed A&M would have beat Notre Dame. Never guessed that.
Yeah, I was wanting them to lose, by the way.
Oh, I wanted them to get destroyed, but
What if I told you, McLovin, that now, mind you, we're a fourth already done with the season. How crazy is that? Like, in this Saturday, like I just was like, dang, it's already freaking Wednesday. Like, what if I would have told you a fourth through the season, a quarter through the season, FSU was going to be ranked number 7? Would you have ever believed that?
I like the FSU coach. I wouldn't say number 7, but I definitely would say ranked. After last year, I said there's no way that they play like they did last year. For one, Costello's, I think that's I might have said his name. Yeah, but he is incredible. I watched him when he was at Boston College last year. They beat Florida State, by the way, and then Florida State went and got him. Incredible quarterback.
Some people they find their guy, man, and that dude seems like he just fits like a glove in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any what if I told yous, but there's got it. What if I told you Clemson has pretty much flushed all their hopes and their seasons of their dreams of the season at the start of the season, and it
Were they even ranked?
came in a way of losing to Georgia Tech, almost losing to Troy.
Are they even ranked right now?
I don't know, man. I'm sure. Let me see. Now you've got me scratching my head.
Curious, huh?
It has to be low. I'm glad they had.
If they are ranked, they're low.
I will look. I don't know if this is the top 25. Yeah, I mean, but it's just I don't know if you have any, but it says there's no way they're 12 right now. Let me see. I'm on the wrong week. Let me go to week 4. Yeah, because they're no way. I don't even know if they'll show them in this because let me see if I can just see the rankings. Okay, I see the rankings right here. I could have pulled them up.
Could have pulled them up, bud.
We'll review this. We'll give this a quick rundown, and then we will be out, and then back on. Yeah, Friday or Saturday, we got to figure it out. We're we still got jobs and families to take care of and mouths to feed out here. We're,
Yeah, definitely.
one of them. Let me get to this, and then we'll share this, and then go from there. Run it down, and then. All right, McLovin, this is what you got, brother. Ohio State still at the top, and rightfully so. Ohio State hasn't, they've looked the most dominant. That's fair. Penn State hasn't played literally anybody, and I'm not going to say the point margins have been extremely what I would say I would expect from a number 2 team, but it's fair that they're there. LSU, McLovin, shout out, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I will say this about LSU: as much as we given them and saying, "Hey, is LSU's offense gonna hit that next gear?" They're working through a trial, but they've also found a way to win against. I'm not gonna say good teams, but those teams didn't have bad defenses.
Right.
Florida didn't have a bad defense. I don't think Clemson had a bad defense. So they've been finding ways to win. So I agree with the top 3. I even agree with Miami. I don't disagree. I like I'm fine with Oregon. I'm fine. Look, it's pretty much squared away. You can also, at least you could see that Clemson is not in the top 25. So they have now exited the top 25 before. Okay, this is actually coach's poll. I thought that was a recent poll, and then this side. So, man, I don't see anybody that's got a big. A&M went up to 10. Hopefully they'll fall pretty soon. Oklahoma, dude. So that's the game that Texas has on the schedule. That's going to be the real test. Hey, good game this week. Utah versus Texas Tech, a 16-17 matchup. Just looking ahead, but that's going to be a good game. Texas Tech is actually not look bad, compared to Kansas State, bro. Kansas State's awful.
Yeah, they're so bad.
They were.
I watched that game, and it was hard to watch.
Well, they gave a lot of. They were trying to give a lot of flowers to that guy Avery Johnson, or what's his name?
He's so bad. He's the
quarterback.
Bad. Very bad quarterback.
Big 12. Look, Big 12. I don't feel like Big 12 is going to be around much longer. I think it's got maybe 10, 15 years, and I think it'll be consolidated, and it'll just be 2 conferences. That's probably where we're heading. But I mean, look. The top Big 12 team is Iowa State. And Iowa State, like I said, they grinded against a win against Kansas State in week 1.
Is Clemson even ranked?
No, Clemson is not ranked. Tennessee, man, where's UCLA? We grouped them together. Not ranked. How's Nico doing? How's them stats looking? Anyways, well, look, man, a lot of good games coming up. McLovin, your team is still on top of the throne, and technically, I guess you could say Texas is. It's just Texas has me scared. They have me scared, and hopefully we have Sam Houston Bearcats this weekend. Swipe them up. Hopefully, man, I just want to see 60 on the scoreboard. If you see 60. We don't even have to talk to the recap show on Tuesday. You'll know I'm thrilled. I'm walking with if Arch puts up 60. But anyways, good games coming up. We'll be back on Friday, Saturday, let you know one of those days. But McLovin, thank you for staying up like a champ and the beautiful Tiger background. It feels like Death to Valley's right behind you, and you bring the intensity every time. Peach and Smee's Boom Boom Room Game Day Show. Yeah, if you haven't already, follow us over there on YouTube at TTOP_network, because we're a network multimedia. We do a lot of things, streaming, podcasts, and you name it. Fixing it into vlogging. Got to go with old Jonathan and film one of his hunts. Yeah, so that's kind of telling you, we got a lot of stuff going on over there. So follow us We also have TikTok and wherever else you social media besides X or Twitter, because simply I still don't know if it's pronounced X or Twitter. You get a tweet or an X, McLovin?
What?
A tweet or an X? Do you get a tweet or an X? You know,
I'll
because
give it
ever since Elon bought it, it's X.
It's X, so
It's not.
I guess
No,
it's called
it's
an
not.
X.
Yeah, it's not Twitter anymore. So we're gone from them days. But McLovin, that's a show. That's a recap, and you'll be starting to see recaps every week. Stay with us. Peter Smith's Game Day Show. McLovin, God bless you. Any last words for the people? Word of encouragement.
Have a good week. Got to grind it out.
Amen. And A&M still sucks.
They're a cult.
God bless. All right, man. I'm out. That's a show. God bless you.
All right. Peace out.
Beautiful.